Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here with my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. They're going to go out, see what things came out today, see what stuff's on sale. And of course though, those wondering, I'm going to be doing a Black Friday video. You know, it's this Thursday evening is when Black Friday starts. Pretty much starts everywhere now at like 5. So I have a video, you know, Black Friday, shopping video up, I think like early Saturday morning. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Also guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to have a couple new DVD and Blu-ray reviews. And then I'll have my main update video up this Saturday as well. So stay tuned, like I said, for the Black Friday video early Friday morning, and then my DVD Blu-ray update video this Saturday. So anyway though guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And it's funny, in here they already have like this stuff for Black Friday. Like these are not like, don't think the Black Friday prices, but they're already like out here, which is kind of weird. Like I think like straight out of Compton and like Sisters, so you can already kind of like see what the Black Friday stuff's gonna be before they've, cut down the prices on them. So that's kind of funny, like, Ghostbusters and Deadpool and Minions, they're having like all the prices already here. They're already out, out here now, but without the sale prices. That's kind of weird. I've never seen them, do this before. Like it says like $5 TV seasons. And I guess this doesn't, this wouldn't, I guess, start till Black Friday, or if it's starting already, like American Horror Story is already $5. I don't know, I have to take one of these and scan them and see, because these are the DVD ones. But if it's for $5, I might just buy it. I don't think I have this one. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I've never seen them do this already. That's like, it's very weird. That's very, very strange. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them do this before, but I never have. But over here in the section though, the main things that came out today was, Hell or High Water, which is one that I really, really love this one. It looks like they only have in here the DVD of this. It's really weird how some of these ones they only have DVDs of. Every so often that happens in here. But this movie though, oh no, the Blu-ray is just not put out yet. But this one though, guys, like I said, this one I would highly recommend. Love this one so much. This is definitely one of my favorite movies this year. And then Hands of Stone was today, which I'm gonna have a review of that one at the end of this video. Mechanic Resurrection, which I actually like this more than the first movie. Like some people didn't like this one, but I actually thought this was actually a pretty good movie, and I don't know, I just liked it. Kind of felt like a throwback 80s movie, especially with him like going on those tasks of killing people. And the other one, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video as well, was War Dogs, and then IT with Pierce Brosnan, which was actually, that one was actually a pretty good one. And it looks like these ones already are, like I said, $5, and it wasn't like the price for then. But I realized I think I actually have this one already. I've never actually watched this one. I think my brother has these ones, so I don't think I need to get those ones. I think the one after Coven is the one, Freak Show is the one I'm pretty sure we don't have. I don't know if that one's going to be $5, and they're going to put that one out, on Black Friday or not, or have that anywhere for that one, for that cheap price. And one thing they had in the front that I wanted to show you guys too, they have an exclusive War Dog steelbook. They didn't have that over in the section, but it's kind of interesting that Target keeps on getting now the steelbooks of things. It seems like now, like they're like getting steelbooks over Best Buy, at least as of lately they have been. So that's kind of cool. So you guys are interested in this movie on a steelbook, it's only available at Target on steelbook. Into the Valley Thrift Store we go. Oh, we're looking here into anything different here. They seem kind of picked over again. It's not as stocked up again. It's been like that the last couple weeks. This is kind of a weird thing to see in here. Dr. Giggles. I think the Blu-ray of this went out of print. This is the old Good Times Release Edition one, which is, in full screen and stuff. And there's old, snapper cases one. But I actually always really like this movie a lot. But like I have the Blu-ray of this that's on that double pack with Otis, but I think that one went out of print a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure about that. But we're just gonna look through here, and like I said, it hasn't been as full up in here lately, because usually there's a bunch of stuff on the bottom, and there hasn't been here in a while. And this one, I believe this one just came out today on Blu-ray from Criterion. I've never seen this one. Let me know how this one is, the Squid and the Whale. I'm pretty sure this one was today on, from Criterion. These things you always see, though, the lost, sets in here. I've actually never watched any episodes of that show. I don't know how, but like I've never, seen any of them or not. It's one of those things, like some of those shows that I know everyone said how good it was, but I've never seen it. I think I saw somewhere too that Panic Room is going to be coming out from Screen Archives, from Twilight Time. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I think I saw that somewhere. Into the pawn shop we go. And in here now, they finally have the movies out on shelves. Before, they were all over here where these bikes were in these boxes, and I had to kind of keep moving through things and putting the movies on top of each other and moving through the boxes and like putting, it was always a huge nightmare to do it. So now they're finally up on these shelves, so it's so much easier to just look on here and see what it is. And I think they actually have a lot more room now. And in here too, like, all the DVDs are $1. I found some really decent things in here. So like I said, now it's finally easy to like look through all these things and find it without having to move everything around and have such a nightmare situation trying to, find things. Into FYE we go. Well, we'll take a look in here and see if there's anything in here different today. I've been in here probably like 2 weeks or so, last time I was in here. And like I always say, I just pretty much do the same thing. I come in here, I just kind of look at the tops and then look for the used stuff, that people brought in. But it's been a really long time, I feel like, probably like a year since I really come in here and really come across a bunch of, really good, stuff that people brought in that's, been out of print or weird stuff. It's been a long time. There was like one period of time when I came in here and someone brought in so many of these horror movies, and I found some really cool stuff. Like they had like Tales from the Hood, and they had like a lot of Anchor Bay stuff, and they had, I think, Amityville Dollhouse and stuff. But that was probably like over a year ago, so it's been a very long time since I've come in here and really found anything that different. But I always kind of come and just check and see, if there's anything different, because you never know what kind of stuff people could have brought in here. But we'll see. That's a pretty decent price though for Resident Evil Afterlife. The Blu-ray, only $6.99 for that one. Into Walmart we go. And over here, like I said, War Dogs, one of the big things that came out today. And then, Hell or High Water. And this one, which I have not seen. Let me know, guys, how this one is. This, Kobo and the, Kubo and the 2 strings. I haven't heard too much about this one. So if you guys have seen this one, let me know if this one's worth checking out or not. Other than that, though, like I said, Hands of Stone, The Mechanic. And they have this set here, which I think there might be a Blu-ray of this as well, but I don't see that one of here, only the DVD. This one that has, 4 of the movies together: Coraline, Paranorman, Box Trolls, and then Kubo, which is actually a pretty cool one. And like I said, I believe there's a Blu-ray one as well. And the other one that came out today was this movie called Good Kids, and I don't know much at all about this one. Another one, if you guys have seen this one, let me know, but I'm pretty sure this one was today. And in here as well, they have some of the Black Friday stuff out already as well. Like this is some of the stuff, and all down here they put all the sale stuff. And they even have a thing over here with some of these things that has a sign here that says, "Attention Friday, customers, Black Friday prices will not be affected till Thanksgiving Day, at 6 p.m. So like you're gonna see these things popping up in here, but the prices don't go in effect till actually on, Thanksgiving. Into Fry's we go. And one thing they do have in Fry's is they have, like some sales on 4K. And I don't know if these are going to be like some of the Black Friday prices as well. I know a lot of these are going to be, on sale for Black Friday. But that's actually one of the things that I already got for Black Friday, because you could already get the, the 4K player on Best Buy's website for only $200, which is the price that it's going to be, in stores. So actually to be able to have that already and not have to worry about trying to find it in stores is pretty good. So I do have that on the way, so I'll probably have that on Monday. So then I'm going to start doing, here and there reviews of 4K stuff as well. And I'm going to try and, get some as well. Some, movies that, there's not too many out right now that I have to, like, jump and buy again. But, like, for future titles and stuff like that, I'm going to probably buy them on that. For not everything, but a good majority. And in Fry's now, they are so sparse. Like, look at the sections and how, like, empty and sparse they are. They put, like, one title here to try and fill in these spots. And some of them, they have, like, the same movie, like, doubled up so many times to fill in this. But it's actually kind of cool. They actually do have, they're in the wrong sections, but they are carrying some Arrow releases in here. So they have like C.H.U.D. So I'm going to talk about this at the end of this video, but that's actually pretty cool that they're carrying these in the stores. They're putting them in the wrong section though, because this is the horror DVD section. And they also have over here, The Hills Have Eyes collection here, the first movie, the Blu-ray of that. and society as well. And this is one, I absolutely love this movie. Such a strange movie, but really, really love this. But it's actually kind of cool though, if you guys have fries, they're now having those, you know, in stores. And those have been, you know, saying stuff like, oh, why don't you show the food you get on Tuesdays? I pretty much get the same stuff every Tuesday. I pretty much just get, you know, Menchie's yogurt. That's like the thing I always get on Tuesdays. Then I eat something else when I get home. Also, guys, below this video, let me know some more like top videos you guys would like me to do. You know, post suggestions and stuff like that below this video, like the video I did, you know, the top 20 underrated horror movies a couple weeks ago. Let me know some more of those kind of videos you guys would like me to do. And I'm going to try and do probably one of those a month and try and get back into doing those more often. So like I said, post below this video some of those kind of videos you guys would like me to do. And, you know, you guys can like thumbs up other ones that people post that, you know, you guys would like to see me do. Into Best Buy we go. And I can't even walk through this tunnel way I always go. There's actually people here in tents already camped out in here. So I'm gonna have to kind of like awkwardly walk around over here. I don't know if I can squeeze by them. I think I can squeeze by over here. But yeah, there's people already in tents in here, you know, camping out for Black Friday. And it's funny, in here, they just like in Target, they have all the Black Friday stuff out already. Of course, like I said, it's not the Black Friday prices in any of these stores, but these are like the units are already put out, so you can kind of already peek at all the stuff. So it's kind of funny. It's like you could see online too, this stuff, but it's kind of like sort of like no surprises this year with the kind of things that are gonna be on sale. But I also feel like people could come in here and like kind of take some of these items they want and like hide them in certain spots. You know what I mean? Like the ones that are probably gonna sell out real fast and go, oh, I'm really worried that this Furious 7 is gonna, you know, come out, you know, sell out, and then you go and like hide it somewhere in a corner or something. But it is definitely interesting to see that this is now like the new thing in here, to put this stuff out already so you can see it. I'm not gonna peek at all of it now because I'm gonna save some of it to, you know, when I come back here on Black Friday. And over here, like I said, the main things that came out today was, you know, Mechanic, Resurrection, Kobo and the Two Strings, War Dogs, and Hell and High Water. And I actually got, for buying that 4K player online, a $10 gift card. And they have in here for only $11.99, Captain Fantastic. So I'm definitely going to get this one. I've heard a lot of people say this one is really good. And since I have the $10 gift thing, it only would be like $2 or $3 thing with the tax and everything. So that's actually for $3, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely wanted to see this one too. And these ones seem to already be the Black Friday prices, like Purge Election Year, unless they're like marked wrong or something. But they have like Warcraft for like $6.99 and Neighbors 2. And like, I didn't love Neighbors 2, but I sort of wanted to get it. So like for $7, and I actually liked Warcraft for $7, so I might actually just get that now. This and then the Warcraft one. There's no slipcover on it, but they might have some with slipcovers in the section. And look, here's one with a slipcover, so I can get it with a slipcover for $6.99. Yeah, so all those prices were right. So if you guys, you know, want to go now, they have some of the Black Friday things out with the prices. Not everything, but some of them. Like I said, I got, you know, Neighbors 2 for $6.99, Warcraft for $6.99. You know, I never played the Warcraft game my entire life, but I actually liked that movie. And it's not a perfect movie or anything, but for some reason, I kind of liked it. Ben Foster is actually kind of cool in it. And I don't know, for some reason, I'm not gonna lie, I really liked it. And then Captain Fantastic was $11.99. I think it, yeah, so that was actually, I got all these for $20 because I had that $10 reward certificate. So that was actually a pretty good price. Anyway though, guys, thanks again. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Now stay tuned now for a couple new DVD and Blu-ray reviews. And the first one I got from Arrow Video. This is a movie I had not watched in so long. I actually just finished watching this a few minutes ago. I really like this movie. It stars, you know, John Hurd and Daniel Stern. It's a like, very early movie for both of them. This movie is, you know, called C.H.U.D, which, you know, means cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers. You know, I've been trying to remember exactly what the, you know, was, and like it's one of those things, like they said it a couple times in the movie and I kind of kept forgetting, and like now I finally remembered it. I'm pretty sure I said it right. The transfer on this is amazing. It has on here the, you know, brand new 2K transfer from the director's cut of the movie. And one thing too, this is a limited edition version of this, which actually has on a second disc the theatrical cut of the movie, you know, on Blu-ray as well. And I don't think the theatrical cut, as far as I know, has ever been released before on anything, at least not on DVD in the past or anything, because the old Anchor Bay release only had the director's cut of the movie. The movie's basically, though, about these creatures that are living underneath the New York City in the sewers. You know, like The Simpsons made a joke about this movie, you know, about the CH.U.Ds and a couple other things. If they reference, like, things in the sewers, have referenced this movie. But it's basically these creatures that are living in the sewers that are kind of like coming up from the sewers and, like, you know, killing people that are walking their dogs, old ladies that are walking their dogs. You know, they're killing the homeless people that are living in the sewers. And the movie's basically about John Hurd's character, who is this photographer. It follows around three different people. His character with his girlfriend, who's a model, and he kind of takes her pictures. And he kind of knows the people who live in the sewers from the homeless, because he did kind of a thing about people who live down there, like a photo essay kind of thing. It follows around this police chief who's trying to figure out where all these people have gone missing throughout the city. And then it follows Daniel Stern's character, who works and owns this, like, soup kitchen. And he's kind of getting worried because a number of the people who live down the sewers, you know, the homeless that he helps, you know, feeds at the soup kitchen, have gone missing. He hasn't seen them for weeks, and it's like a huge amount of them. So he's kind of talking to the police chief and saying that he's really concerned that something is going on, and he doesn't know where these people are. And he went down there and has found some kind of weird equipment and, like, Geiger counters and all these kind of weird things, and he thinks there's some kind of cover-up or something weird going on. And it's kind of about the police chief trying to figure out what's happening here to get to the bottom of this, and then as well as, you know, the photographer played by John Hurd's character kind of getting roped into and kind of followed because, you know, they think he might know something because he knows the people who are down there, and he went down there as well because one of his, you know, friends, who was this homeless woman, was down there, saying that something had happened to her husband and he got attacked. So I think it was her husband or his brother, you know, he got attacked, and he goes down there and takes pictures. So then he's kind of wanted by these people. It's kind of a whole weird conspiracy thing going on, and what's going on with these C.H.U.D characters down there. I always really like this movie. It's just got some really fun aspects, and like these crazy killers and killer, you know, creatures down the sewers. And it has like a cameo too, like a real quick, like he's in it for 1 minute, like one of John Goodman's like early movies around the same time that he did Revenge of the Nerds. But in here, though, like I said, it has a bunch of features in here as well, and has in here the original cover, and behind this it has the original artwork as well. I always love this, you know, cover on the original one. But the movie, though, has a number of features on here. It has a really cool one that I really like, you know, going with the one filmmaker who did, I can't remember what he directed, but I remember I reviewed it and really liked it. But he goes down there and with the guy from Rue Morgue and shows the filming locations of this now. And it's amazing how fixed up the areas are, because it's all like kind of like fashion shopping kind of districts, a lot of the areas, so it's very different. And then it has a thing on here with the effects artist and one of the producers, you know, talking about the effects in this movie. But I really, really love this one. It's such a fun movie. And like I said, this has on here, this limited edition one has the, you know, theatrical cut of the movie as well. The next one here from Warner Brothers, and this is, you know, the film starring Jonah Hill and Miles Teller. This is War Dogs, and this is actually based on a true story. It's basically about, you know, Miles Teller's character, and he's, you know, was friends with Jonah Hill, and he hasn't seen him for years, and he kind of came and started talking to him, and Jonah Hill's character is kind of sad and doesn't really have a whole lot of friends, and Miles Teller is kind of trying to make do in life, and he's kind of just like going job to job, trying to sell things, anything he can to kind of try and get money. And Jonah Hill is flashing around all this money and has all this money, and, you know, what he's doing is he's selling like guns and weapons to like the army and like kind of like anything with arms, and like he has like all these kind of schemes with his sales, and, you know, all these kind of networks, and he's always like, you know, finding ways to buy it cheap and sell it for more money, and it's kind of them. And he ends up saying to Miles Teller's character, you know, you can come and work for me, and we can do this business 50-50, and we can buy in, and I can, you know, we can work together and get some really big clients and have all this money and all this kind of stuff. And if the money starts rolling in, and they kind of find ways to kind of cheat the system and try and like get all these kind of clients. And what they end up doing, though, is they end up getting hired by the army to sell these, like, to bring them, you know, weapons and things like that to where they're at war. But it becomes like a huge, like, task of getting them, because there's all these kind of problems with where they're coming from, so they end up having to go over there, and that's where the movie really picks up, is them going over, you know, and trying to solve all these issues. I actually really like this movie. You know, really love Miles Teller. I just watched him and, you know, Bleed This Way actually tonight in the theaters, and, you know, he's always really good. you know, Jonah Hill too. Love both of them, and both of them together really work well in this movie. But has on here though a so, you know, some featurettes on the movie. And, you know, this is actually directed too by Todd Phillips. It's actually a very different movie for him because it's a little bit more. It's got comedy, but it's a little bit more serious. And he did, you know, the Hangover films. The next one here from Anchor Bay, and this is, you know, actually, like I said, Bleed This Way was based off of one of the characters that this you know, boxer actually fought. And it's the real life character, you know, Roberto Duran, you know, and in that Bleed This Way, the character that Miles Teller played, he actually fought. But this movie is called Hands of Stone, and it stars Robert De Niro, and Usher is in this movie as well. And it's basically though about the true story of, you know, to say this right, Roberto Duran, and he lived in where he was in Panama, I think, and he was basically, it's kind of like his whole story about him going to fight, and I'm just trying to make sure I get all these names right. Sugar Ray Leonard, character who is played by Usher, and it's kind of him starting off and him kind of like, you know, his career, and it kind of flashes back and forth to when he was younger, and kind of him, you know, right when he's like, you know, getting married and stuff like that. And the actress who plays his wife is in a bunch of different stuff. She was in Knock Knock. I always really like her. She's very good in this. And like I said, it's Robert De Niro's character who's kind of a boxing who trains people, and he kind of came out of retirement to, you know, train Roberto Duran, and he's kind of like training him, and it kind of, like I said, it kind of is all building up to this huge fight with him and Sugar Ray. And that's sort of what it is. It's like a biopic kind of movie. But like it said, it jumps back and forth between, you know, the current time, right when this is going on, you know, and then back to when he was a younger child, you know, as a kid, and all this kind of stuff. He also kind of doesn't like to have to be trained by Robert De Niro because he doesn't really like Americans. And he has all these kind of stuff that's going on. I actually like this one. I wasn't too familiar, like I said, with, you know, Roberto Duran or Sugar Ray. I kind of knew of them, but I didn't know a ton about them. But for a biopic, I thought this was really good. And I always like Robert De Niro, and he really changed his look in this. He gave himself like a totally different look and like cut his hair back, and, you know, just he definitely did have like a different look. And this has on here though some deleted scenes in here, as well as a music, you know, lyric video with Usher. And I always, you know, have liked Usher in movies. Like the one movie that he was in that like one of those movies I really love was Light It Up. I feel like no one really talks about that movie too much. That was like a great movie. The next one here is from the Warner Archive. This is a movie that I don't think I had ever seen before, as far as I can remember. And it's probably like one of the Malcolm McDowell movies. It's probably one of my favorites next to Clockwork Orange. Like this is like, was a really, really good movie. And it has David Warner and Mary Steenburgen. I think this is Mary Steenburgen's like probably like her pretty much first feature movie, like in a leading role. This movie is called Time After Time, and I had always seen the cover to this, but had never actually, you know, seen the movie before. And it's basically about, you know, H.G. Wells' character played by Malcolm McDowell, you know, who has invented time travel, and he has his time machine, you know, that he's invented, and Jack the Ripper basically is over at his house. This is in the 1800s for a party, and the police are coming there to arrest him, and he ends up finding out about, you know, Malcolm McDowell's character's time machine. So he ends up taking the time machine, going to the future with it. But he doesn't have the ability, because he didn't take the one crystal thing that he needs. The time machine goes back to where Malcolm McDowell is in the past, and, you know, Jack the Ripper's character is trapped in the future, and Malcolm McDowell's character cannot accept the fact that Jack the Ripper is now, you know, loose in the future, and he's going to go there and kill all these women and all this stuff. So he goes there to try and track him down and find him. But when he's there, you know, he meets Mary Steenburgen's character, and it's kind of like they start kind of like a relationship there. And it's kind of this whole thing about trying to stop him, and because, you know, people are starting to be dying around the city, and it's because of him, Jack the Ripper's character. So they have to kind of try and stop him. There's something about this movie that I liked so much. Like, if you guys have seen this one, let me know below what you guys thought. But, like, it's one of those movies, like, I can't believe people haven't talked about this movie more. And I love time machine movies. I loved, you know, The Time Machine, the movie from the 2000s. With Guy Pearce. Like, I don't know what it is about that movie. I absolutely love this movie. And this movie is like one of those ones, too, that has that same kind of feel. Like, I love time, you know, travel movies. Especially this, because it's like taking, you know, the Jack the Ripper character and putting him in the future, in the 80s. You know, there's just something about that, like this cultural differences and stuff. I really love this one so much. But like I said, this is one of the ones from the Warner Archive collection. The next one here from Unearthed Films. This is the second of the American one, you know, guinea pig films. This is American Guinea Pig, Bloodshock. And this is Marcus Cook, you know, directed this one. he actually does a lot. I'm pretty sure he did the effects in this one as well. Yeah, he did the special effects as well. I worked with him, he did the special effects in the movie I was in called Girls Gone Dead, and like he killed me in that movie. I always love his stuff, and he's an amazing effects artist. And he directed this movie. And this is basically, though, the sequel to the first American Guinea Pig movie. And if you guys know, these movies are like insane stuff going on, and like the gore effects are like totally intense stuff. I've never seen the original ones, and I know they're like out of print and very hard to get the Japanese ones. I think they might be on Blu-ray somewhere, though. And this one, though, has the DVD, the Blu-ray, and the soundtrack one. This is a limited edition one. But this is basically, though, about a guy who ends up getting kidnapped by these guys. And it's, like, basically this mad scientist kind of guy who kidnaps him. It's kind of like the movie Martyrs, where it's, like, breaking down the person, like, by beating them up. And he basically, though, kidnaps this guy and starts torturing him and, like, beating him up and, like, removing things on him and, like, doing all kinds of weird experiments, and it's like gets worse and worse and worse. There's also a woman there that this is going on with as well, and the movie's all shot in black and white, except for like a little bit of the movie is not in black and white. And it's like I said, it's like an extreme gore, like crazy stuff going on in this. Like if you, it's one of those things though, you like know going into this that that's what it is it's all about the effects and all about, and it definitely has like the look with the black and white of kind of like the Human Centipede 2 with that real like super like high contrast black and white, which definitely does give this a very creepy look to this. And it has on here though a commentary track as well as an hour and a half long making of on this one, so it's pretty cool on this one as well. A making of the Days of the Dead Q&A from Atlanta in 2006, some interviews, so a bunch of different stuff in this one, but very cool edition of this one. Like I said, the limited edition set. And the last one here, this is from MVD and R Squared. It's a movie called Paws. This was it's actually kind of a fun movie. It's like the animation, like it's like a mix of like animation and live action. And the animation is like kind of hard to explain with some of it, like with these cats. It was like almost like real pictures of cats and then animated and stretched out to move and stuff like that. It's like got this like interesting vibe that I can't even explain, but it's basically though about, it's like set in the space and these cats are like in space and they want to steal this like bone that's in the science, that's this dinosaur bone that they believe if they have this, they have like the power to like rule everything if they have this bone, and like they can travel in time and all this stuff with this. And then it's about these dogs that want to try and get this bone as well. So it's kind of like them trying to get to the bones first before the cats. And it's like these crazy stuff. The stuff with the dogs is like real animals, like in front of green screens and stuff. And they even like made like these crazy spaceships that are like, you can tell it was like in someone's house in some of the shots. But like there's just something like really fun and like in a weird way, like otherworldly about how like some of this is put together, like with the dogs. And then like they put like the dogs in like goggles in some of the scenes, like they're in space, and they put them in like doctors' masks and like glasses and stuff like that. Like when the dog, like they're like researching science stuff, and it like deals with them going in the science, like going in with dinosaurs and stuff like that. I don't know. It's definitely more for kids, but I don't know. I just thought it was fun, like just sort of really silly movie with like this crazy type of animation and stuff like that, with these dogs and cats kind of like, trying to get this bone. But anyway though, guys, that's all for the review portion of this video. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.